The converse of theorem 5 says that if the corresponding angles between lines intersected by a transversal are equal, then the lines are parallel. And we write that in short to say corresponding angles are equal. Remember, this is the A part of our theorem, or in this case, our converse. If you look at our converse here, it says that corresponding angles between lines intersected by a transversal are equal. So we're saying those corresponding angles are equal. We basically writing this long statement as a short version to represent the whole theorem by only using the A part, because remember, this is the A part of the theorem. Then the B part, the part that comes after then, is the conclusion, is this part here. So the B part here says that those lines are parallel. Now, what does this mean in terms of looking at it from a diagram? And this is very important because you have to be able to see this in a diagram when you solve problems. So we are saying here that we have lines. Let's say we have line 1 and line 2. And obviously on these lines, we can see that we have A1, which is a corresponding angle to B1, meaning they occur at the same positions on the transversal and on this line as well. Now, one thing that you have to see is that, remember when we did theorem 5, we said that you have to see an F shape. So we see an F shape here. So that's another way to say these two are corresponding. So these two corresponding angles are actually equal. When we measure 30 here, we also measure 30 degrees here. When we measure maybe, let's say 50 degrees here, we also measure 50 degrees here. If we have such corresponding angles being equal, we can then conclude to say that these two lines must be parallel. They must maintain the same distance between them. They should never cut each other as they get extended like that. Remember, when on our starting position here, we just know that we have line 1 and line 2. We don't know if they are parallel. We're actually concluding that they are parallel. Now, for that reason, this theorem 5 is then used to prove that lines are parallel to each other. So if you ever get a question where they say that prove that lines are parallel to each other, you must make sure that the corresponding angles are equal. Then if those corresponding angles are equal, we can then conclude that those two lines must be parallel, or if it's more than two lines really, they must be parallel to each other.